Welcome back to a new post today. Let's today discuss the most important topic, economic issue of the day. That's about US raising the issue of India's PLI scheme at the WTO. Now, US has criticized India for its subsidies that India is giving under the PLI scheme to the specialty steel sector, saying that these subsidies are giving an added advantage to the Indian companies and giving a disadvantage to the imports of the US, and therefore it is affecting the American companies. It also said that there is no need for these subsidies because there is already an overcapacity in the metal production globally, especially with regard to China as well. Let's look at this most important topics, but first of all, let's know what specialty steel means. Now, specialty steel is known for its corrosion resistant. It is also called as tool steel, high strength steel, and also stainless steel. So it is known for its high corrosion resistance, used for cutting tools and also used in vehicles and infrastructure. The PLI scheme was applied to the specialty steel sector to improve the production of specialty steel in India, to reduce the import dependence and also to play an important role in the global supply chain. Now, US has questioned India's PLI scheme, saying that the subsidies may not be appropriate because of the global overcapacity of the metal. India maintains that the PLI scheme of the government of India will reduce the country's dependence on import of high-grade steel, and also it is a much needed step for attaining self-sufficiency and securing the nation's interest as well. The scheme aims to reduce the imports of high-grade steel, attain self-sufficiency and secure the nation's interest. This is what the government of India says, and also to play an important role in the global supply chain. Specialty steel is a value-added type of steel which is processed after initial manufacturing to enhance its properties by using coating, heat resistant, corrosion resistant, etc. It is used in very critical and strategic sectors like defense, aerospace, power and automotive industries as well. The PLI scheme aims to increase the domestic production of the goods under the PLI scheme to also reduce import. Now, the key aspects of the specialty scheme are its value added processing like coating, plating, heat resistant. It has specific strategic applications, as I mentioned. It also has enhanced properties like corrosion resistant, high strength, heat resistant, which are very crucial for defense, aerospace and automotive sectors as well. It is also called a stainless steel, tool steel and also high strength steel. Now, the PLI scheme is applicable to 14 sectors. Let's have a quick review of these sectors. They are large scale electronic manufacturing, critical key starting materials, drug intermediaries, active pharmaceutical ingredients, manufacturing of medical devices, automobiles and auto components, pharmaceutical drugs, specialty steel, telecom and networking products, high-tech hardware, white goods, food products, textile products, high efficiency solar PV modules, advanced chemistry, ACC batteries and drone components. Last year also, the US had taken India to the WTO over the issue of export subsidy schemes, claiming that they were hurting the American companies. The US alleges that these subsidy programs run by the Indian government were giving undue advantage to the Indian businesses. The Trump administration therefore filed a case against India violating the WTO agreements, as India's gross national product was more than $1,000. So countries with the gross national product of less than $1,000 could impose subsidies on their industries to increase the export competitiveness, and India loses this eligibility. Now, the government has always said that it is going to phase out these export subsidy programs, but let's remember that Indian manufacturing sector is still not very global competitive compared to the developed countries like China, Japan, France, Germany, US, etc. We still need to support our local manufacturers with regard to global competitiveness and also reduce the production price for them so that they could earn with regard to the exports as well. Government has been doing these hand-holding activities since long, and therefore government instead has said that it will gradually bring down these schemes, and however it is also working to roll out new schemes aimed to replace the older ones. So still Indian companies are still not self-sufficient to manage them themselves or cater to the global demand and the quality and standard requirements. There still needs to be some hand-holding support. India has also raised the issue of subsidies with regard to other countries at the WTO. For example, agricultural subsidies by US, the steel subsidies and anti-dumping duties, anti-dumping activity against China, also the subsidies with regard to the solar power manufacturing with regard to US as well. So these are some important points I thought I should be discussing with regard to the US issue against India at WTO for specialty steel. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to comment at the end of the video. I shall see you in my next post. Until then, it's very happy learning.